need to cut out that little area for the wiring. Yeah, cut it out. It's like a little square, right?
Yep.
There should be another area for the steering column that needs to be cut out also. All of it. It should be perforated.
Fancy?
Yeah.
That's an answer.
Boom, boom.
They said that if you bought the Chrome, that it stops there.
What's Bobby doing over there? With his Wranglers on.
George just left my boxers on.
Oh, you couldn't find one then? See. Hey, where'd you get this this liner from? eBay?
NASA.
NASA, yeah, it's from satellite.
It's supposed to stop the heat from coming in when you're coming in at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know.
It's adhesive too.
Yeah, I mean, we did a little of a head job, but
It's covered.
it does. Yeah, it does the job. It's going to be underneath the carpet. We just needed to reduce some of the heat, some noise,
Yeah.
more noise, bumper noise, all that stuff.
You notice he also got it front.
And yeah, it's shiny too.
So right now we're gonna put this. Are we putting the steering column on today?
Okay. You have CC?
Yeah.
That's take the place of the phone. CC.
Well, the foam on the column itself isn't that bad.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. It's at your house.
No, today by 7.
We need.
What could just the circle out the whole square?
Put it next to it.
No steering column.
There's gonna be a fender here.
I know.
Unless we leave the fender
Probably
off.
start with the circle. Unless we leave the fender off.
Why else would we need to take the fender off? Anything else?
Nothing.
Besides that?
I mean, you could put it on with the fender, but it's gonna be a little bit more work.
Yeah, we'll be leaning on that fender.
No, I'll say like if that's the only thing that stops leaving the fender back on, then let's do it.
Then do what?
Put it off there.
Put the column on
How much is big that thing?
$15.
for the new foam.
Well, I ordered those stuff from Fastback that came with, that I needed for the car. But that was only like a little $15 little foam pad. Weird, I mean,
You need to keep this greasy, man.
wow.
'Cause that's gonna pit. Trust me. Keep your WD-40 down.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, it's good. Probably a speedometer
We can use it for the wire harness.
for the wire harness. Yeah.
Or just cut a new one. I'm sure we're gonna have to run some wires through there for the pedal. Electronic pedal, man.
Oh, okay. I mean, I got the one that came with
Got the fenders buffed out.
we're not gonna use that, right? We don't have to use that.
We got the hood on finally. We got the header panel on. This hadn't been buffed, but doesn't need much. The hood was a little tricky because there's a lot of adjustments on these. You got the front adjustment to close up this gap. Of course, you got the side adjustment. So that's on. We did have to put new springs on, which you saw previously. For some reason, once these things came back from powder coat, the springs didn't hold it up. So he had to get new springs, got them from Summit. So hood's on good, pretty happy with the adjustment. Header panel, we start putting the side glass in. Got 1/4 glass in so far. Probably get the other quarter glass. We got carpet, we got seats, but I don't know how far we're gonna get today on that. All right, didn't get to recap much last night. We got busy watching the Astros take the Yankees to school in Game 3 of the championship series, which was fun. What we did accomplish yesterday was we got the hood on with the new hinges. We got it lined up pretty good. We got the header panel on. It's got a nice gap in the front. We got the quarter glass in. We got the door glass in. We're waiting on the vent window. I think the owner is kind of on the fence about re-chroming the pot metal or not. We have to assess and see how bad it actually is. So until we do that, the door panels can't go on. But he does have door panel, carpet, rear seat. It's upside down. So I believe next weekend is kind of be some finishing up stuff. Probably go ahead and run the wires from front to back. That way we can throw the carpet down. We did get the steering wheel on with the steering column. So that's complete. We got to put the AC vent on, the center AC vent. Like I said, we were going to run the wires, maybe run some speaker wires, run the rear body harness down before we put the carpet down. Probably get the carpet in next weekend. Door sill plates, back seat. Probably get the rear side panels and armrest buttoned up. They're already covered, so we could probably get the back seat in. And then in about 2 weeks, this thing is going to be going back home. So we could finish up over there, put the bumpers on, stuff like that. But it's not far away. Looking good. Just wanted to recap yesterday on what we did. Glass wasn't hard. I would rate it about a 5 out of a 10, maybe 6. You do got to lay in there and contort to some weird shapes to get your hand up in there, but we were able to get it. So, bring you guys back once we get some more work. All right, today's Saturday, October 29, 2022. We'll put some work in on the 68. We're kind of winding down to what we're going to, as much as we're going to do here at my house. I think on today's agenda is going to go ahead and start on some of this interior. We're going to run some wires, put some carpet down. I think we're going to put the vent windows on. Pretty safe to assume we're going to do that today, hopefully. Probably if we get that done, then we put the door panels on, window cranks, and all that. After carpet, back seat can go in. That's probably going to be what we're going to do today. I don't think we're going to do any wiring here at my house. I'm going to take it back to his house and do the wiring over there. And then still got to put a gas tank on. I got that in the back here. So kind of just odds and ends, still buttoning it up. We got to take that passenger wheel off, tighten the spindle nut, bearing nut. But yeah, still chipping away. Hadn't really done a lot of recording, but we did get the side glass in last weekend, I think it was. So, bring you guys back once we start putting some carpet down. All right, so here we are. We got the passenger side vent window and glass back in, and we spent some time getting it lined up, getting it to close. We thought we were done, and we went to the other side, driver's side, and as I was getting ready to put this on, I noticed these 2 screws which hold the trim on the outside that goes right here. That needs to go first before the vent window. I don't know why I didn't realize that before we started. It kind of slipped my mind, but it's the same thing. Same thing as 63, 64 that I've done. So this is what you end up with if you don't have the trim. Unfortunately, the trim is at his house. He lives about an hour away. So we kind of stopped there. And we moved on to the carpet and stuff. So we got the carpet kind of laid in there. Right now it's not trimmed. I don't think that it's going to need much trimming at all. It really shoots all the way up pretty deep into the firewall. We just ran the ground right now for the hydraulics, and we just kind of hung a side panel on the back. So I think what we're going to do after lunch here is we're going to go ahead and finish off the side panels, the rear armrest. We could put the back seat in, top and bottom. We can get the carpet trim to fit and put the door sill, put the firewall pad. We went ahead and ran the grounds for the battery rack, or for the hydraulics this thing's going to be getting. Kind of just mocked up a battery rack in there right now. Went ahead and ran some power wire for an amp, RCAs under the carpet, remote wire for future use. Runs on top of the wheel well. So far, moving right along, but like I say, I think we'll get the back half of the interior done. This is the seat. It's a Cars 1 kit. It's nice. Doesn't have a rear speaker. 67 does have a rear speaker. It came, I'm not sure that it came with the fabric for this or vinyl, but he had these done local upholstery shop. Did a pretty good job. Pretty good job. We also ran the rear body harness under the carpet for the American Auto Wire. So that's tucked under. Goes up over the hump there into the trunk. All this stuff. So, bring you guys back once we wrap it up for the day. All right, so here we are, end of the day. We got the carpet in. Wasn't too bad of a job. Got the firewall pad in there. We ran the rear body harness. We ran the ground for the hydraulics. We got the back seat in. I'm trying to flash on if that helped. Maybe not. Got a party going on across the street. But man, I'm digging the black, man. What do you think?
Y'all definitely changed my mind.
Yeah. It's not a good video, but yeah. So man, this is a Cars 1 or Cars Inc.
Yeah.
Interior kit. So what you got, the rear panel's done locally, right? But they sent the fabric.
Well, the armrest, the guy here, Arjona's upholstery, they covered everything. I just took my old ones. They took out the
So
old
they supply the material.
They supplied me. He had the correct grain, everything.
Okay.
He did all the stitching. Perfect.
Now we don't have the seat spacers. They're in the works.
Painted.
And then he also did the dash pad.
Yeah. Well, mix that.
That looks
So
good,
he
man.
did the dash pad, and basically did the
He applied the seat. He installed the seat covers.
yeah.
So it's a Cars 1 or Cars Inc. upholstery kit.
Yes.
It's pre-assembled rear panels and pre-assembled door panels.
Yeah. So the bench seat.
The bench seat is done at your house. So I'm kind of confused on these door panels because
I am too. I paid a lot of money for this kit.
flip it over.
Waited a long time for this kit.
How long did you wait?
7 months.
Okay.
Which I had to kind of fight for that one because they told me less, and then so at first glance it looks great, it's perfect, right? But then when you get down to the nitty gritty, it's like, why is this unfinished? So we flip it, right? Like if you look at it from the front, it looks good, right? Nice fabric,
Yeah.
nice vinyls, carpet's good, got the nice little chrome, got the pre-installed window felts, right? Looks great. I think, okay, good. That's gonna look badass in the car. Then you start looking at it, it's like, wait a minute, what is this? What is this flat? Now, I'm not no upholstery guy, so maybe I'm missing something, but this looks like it needs to be wrapped around on this side. It needs to come around the corner, the edge.
And be glued.
Yeah, like this, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there in YouTube land that can answer that for me. Then these big pieces, right? Like, if you fold it over, either glued or
Taped.
taped, or I don't know. You know, same thing with over here. It's like, what happened? Were they in a hurry? Was it Friday? Trying to go home? You don't even have glue.
Yeah, there's no
Well,
glue
that's what I'm
on
saying, I
it,
don't
so it's
know.
not like it glued and came loose.
Is it maybe stapled? Supposed to be stapled or something? Or is there like a? I don't know. Somebody film me in on that, because I don't.
What do you think, Bobby? How much you pay for that?
They were not a glue.
How much was the interior kit?
I paid two
2 G's.
2 G's for the interior kit. That's the seats, the front door panels, rear door panels, visors, carpet, headliner, which I'm not going to use the headliner.
Right. Because we're gonna do custom.
So I mean, it's, some people may say that's not a lot. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, maybe that is cheap, but it's the unfinished product that really kills it, man.
And Ciadello don't do this year.
No, they stopped at 65.
They do 65. Or they stop at 64.
Or no, you know what? I think they stopped at 67. I think it's 68 and up they don't do, from my understanding.
Because I know Ciadello comes done, which is minor, but like you say, man, you pay a lot of money, and
Yeah, what's the flat for? I mean, is it supposed to hang? I don't know, man. Supposed to go over and get glued back like this? Because I know my old door panels that I took off didn't have none of this flapish crap.
yeah,
It's like this.
we'll fix that, but shouldn't have to. But outside of that, man, it looks great. I think the yellow and black look fantastic.
Yeah.
With the black side molding. So, all that's left for here is finish up the side glass, put this little trim on here, put the trim on the fender, put the trim on the hood, give the brake lines a once over.
Yeah, I still need the front and rear glass put on, but that'll be later on the road. Once we
Yeah,
finish everything pretty much. Because sometimes you got to get into these areas,
yeah,
and not having the glasses,
yeah.
great.
Headliner would be a lot easier with no front and back glass.
Yeah.
Right, Bobby?
6x9's got to be installed. Cell panels, all that good stuff. So if you don't have no window, it's a lot easier. No glasses.
Okay. All right. So bring you guys back once this thing needs a wash too,
Yeah.
in a major way. All right. So bring you guys back once we get some more work. Film what?
Yeah, film this. All the trouble that Cars 1 is having me go through.
Anything you want to tell them?
Yeah, man. You need a better QA.
So we figured out why the overlap is because we got to put the nails in that they send in a bag taped to the back of the door panel. So apparently you got to put these in first, so those will stick into the door, a little plastic in the door, and then I guess you have to glue the vinyl. We're gonna do a little experiment in here. Last week we just taped it up, but maybe a combination of those nails and a combination of some industrial Velcro will probably produce the same results.
What I want to know is, why didn't they finish the job? I mean, other companies,
Yeah.
reputable companies, already have the nails, the tacks, already on the panels.
Sure. All you gotta do is slap it on the door.
Exactly.
That's why it's called pre-assembled.
Exactly, and then I mean, if they're worried about those nails poking something, you put a little bit of styrofoam or something. Cover.
So we got the vent on, we got the molding polished. Door glass is done, side glass is done. We've got to put the door panel on, armrest bases, window cranks. Probably the center AC vent. We'll give it a wash, and then we'll start packing it up and get it loaded on the trailer for me to take tomorrow. We did get this molding on here. I polished this up. Hood can use just a little bit of adjustment coming down, but this went on relatively easy. This was my biggest concern of the entire build, was putting this back on without moving paint along the edge, but that went on really easy. Opened it up with a screwdriver a little bit and used a pick to get the rust out. So a little bit of adjustment here coming down, but not much. Got that on. Polished up the stainless for the vent. And we got the door glass. So these things are already adjusted pretty good. It's all brand new weather strips, so it's going to take some time to settle. So this side's ready for the pre-assembled door panel. And like I said, we're moving right along. Put that center vent in afterwards, and then give it a wash and get it ready. I'm going to take it back to his house tomorrow, if it don't rain. Armrest bases look pretty nice, man. I like them.
Yeah.
I like the chrome strip to go with the rest, or plastic. Or
Those are as original as that I could find.
Now, were these available in different colors?
Yeah, you can get them original colors.
Okay, original color.
Yeah, original colors. The only place that actually had the correct size, the correct chrome strip, the correct backing plate with the ribs. Let me take this out. Because I will.
Ooh, that's nice.
Give them props on that. I couldn't find the original bases that most cars have. They're all like a couple inches short. Hubbard's Impala
Okay.
is the only one that actually had the correct length with the ribs, everything, and in stock. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna sit like this.
Boom.
And they're the only ones that had it.
So I wonder why they chromed that if it's all covered up.
I'm not sure.
Just to chrome the outside right here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so big props to them, man.
Okay. And then these are the armrest base itself. Oh no, that's the same thing.
It's the same thing, yeah.
You got the pad, right?
Yeah. They're long.
We'll get them. Yeah, don't worry about it right now. So we're working on this panel. We're cutting the holes out, which is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna figure out the situation with the nails. So the nails correlate or work together with these. Did you ever buy any new of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bag of them.
So these have the tendency to get brittle, but actually on this car they're pretty good. But when you go to popping in the nails, they'll probably crack. So it's good to have some on hand. Like this one broke off right there. They sell them in kits of like 10 or 20 or whatever. They're pretty cheap. Yeah. So we'll bring you guys back once we get the door panel hung. All right, here we are a couple hours later. We finally got these door panels on. Look pretty good. Not bad. Took a little bit of effort with the whole armrest assembly because it's two pieces. It'd be better if they made that chrome backing plate attached to the door panel, huh? Or the armrest itself. But they look good. Weather strips, we put some glue on it now to hold it up. So all we're gonna do now is swing this thing over, get it off these skates and give it a wash, man. Load it on the trailer. So let's do that, man. We'll wash it, then we'll do a walk around. All right, here we are, getting ready to load this thing up on the trailer. It's gonna go back to his house for some work and then come back here in a couple months for the hydraulic stuff and the finishing touches. But I really like how the dash looks from outside the car. The black. Hadn't seen this thing outside in the sun in a couple months. Everything's so dusty.